Matthew Knies looks a little different than he did on the ice. We got Austin Matthews. We got Matthew Knies in the house.
Are you filming right now?
We're always live.
Oh my God, we're live right now.
We're live.
Hello, Hockey Illuminati fans.
I am on drugs. Not on drugs. No drugs for this guy. I hate drugs. And, is that even the song that I wanted? No, it's not. It's My Heart Will Go On. See, I knew we fucked it up. Oh, God, it's cold as tits out here. I wish I didn't take my jacket off. Oh, Frankie! Oh, Papi! Let's go, boys.
This is Fan First Network.
What is better than beating the Boston Bruins on a fucking Saturday night in Toronto? Let's go! All right, we got Frankie, Hockey Illuminati. I'm Ryan May. This is Nicko, Davies-Hall. And we got LeafsPapi right over here. Make sure you guys are following all of these guys on their socials. And let's get right into it. We beat the Bruins. It was a pretty good performance, notably from some specific players. How do you think it went today, buddy?
I just like to take a moment to express my love and gratitude for a number of people. May I for a second?
You want the mic?
This is all I want to say right now this evening. I'd like to give a thank you to Austin Matthews for the superhero goal. Claps.
Thank you, Austin Matthews.
We would like to thank Matty Knies, a.k.a. MK Ultra, for coming out with a big game tonight.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Toss the hats. Get him out of there.
We would like to thank Chris Tana for blocking 400 shots tonight.
Yes, we would. We would like to thank him for that every night.
We would like to thank all of the plumbing services inside the Scotiabank Arena for keeping the toilets flowing properly. For LeafsPapi, who took about 28 pisses tonight.
There you go. Give claps to that.
We'd like to thank Joseph Woll for making some big saves down the stretch.
Nice, true Wonderwall performance.
We'd like to thank the Boston Bruins for choking away a very important divisional game. And we'd like to thank the Fan First boys who are tirelessly out here every night. Rain, shine, win, lose, snow, sleet, fucking tornadoes, hurricanes, tsunamis. It don't matter. The boys are here. And that's why 2025 will be the year. It will be the year.
It will be the year.
Thank you.
This is the year we win the cup. Honestly, beating Boston is always a nice thing to do. We were getting chirped by Boston fans, even post-game today. Like, maybe do it in the playoffs. Just don't do it in the regular season. You got anything to say to Boston Bruins fans, brother?
Papi hasn't spoke since the Leafs blew a 4-1 lead to the Bruins in 2013.
Oh! I heard words.
What was that?
Guess not. I guess maybe I was playing. My mind was playing tricks on me.
Sorry, excuse me. It was I'm mixing up all of the Leafs Game 7 blunders. He hasn't spoken since the 3-1 loss to Montreal. The 3-1 lead to Montreal.
Okay. That makes sense. Fair enough.
I mean,
we appreciate the vibes, though, nonetheless. Like, he looks sicker than all of us do, clearly.
Well, I mean, he was in a lot of trouble tonight. Like, fuck, he almost got thrown. The Secret Service were literally following this guy to the bathroom. This guy's taking a piss. He turns around. There were 3 Secret Service guys and Brendan Shanahan breathing over his fucking shoulder, saying, "Oh, what are you doing with the fucking mask, buddy?" And I had to stop. I had to be like, "It's LeafsPapi. We got to fucking hide his identity." Anyways.
No, Brendan Shanahan didn't even help you hold your horn while you pissed. Nothing.
No, he doesn't have one of his own to hold. He doesn't know what to do.
Oh, that's so unfortunate.
No, I'm just kidding. We're talking about the guy with like the most Gordie Howe hat tricks ever.
I don't mean that. Honestly.
I don't mean that. Shanny would beat me up with both hands tied behind his back at age 60.
I think Shanny could genuinely beat the entire panel of us up pretty fast if he really wanted to at the same time.
Yeah.
All right. Well, my thoughts were Matthew Knies has been struggling for probably 3-4 weeks now.
Yeah.
And he had a quote in the media like maybe 4 or 5 days ago where he's like, "Yo, I just got to fucking get it together. I got to like play a little harder." And since that quote, he has played a lot harder. He has played so much better. He should have had a goal last game. It got taken away from him, and he did it 3 times over today. Honestly, Matthew Knies is the story of this game for me today. What about you? What are your thoughts?
All I got to say is Mr. Steak and Chicken.
Yes, sir.
That's been my nickname for Matthew Knies since the beginning of the season. I haven't been able to say it recently, but it feels so good to say it now. My sister saw Matthew Knies on King Street last week.
Oh.
And I think after him seeing my sister, he kind of had like a little thought go to his mind. And he's like, you know what? There are blondes in this city that I got to play well for. He is so good. And even better, he's a Toronto Maple
He is
Leaf.
a Toronto Maple Leaf.
And we got to worry about nothing except him putting pucks in the back of the net for us.
So let's talk about Austin Matthews. This is the elephant in the Maple Leafs room at the moment. So this guy came back today. And Matthews looked like he had jump. Matthews probably looked the best he has looked all season today.
Yeah.
So is this guy injured? What the hell's going on here? And what the fuck do we expect to see going forward?
I'm interested to see what happens. Is he going to play tomorrow? Like, I found it kind of curious how they brought him back on a back-to-back, especially against a team like Boston, physical team. And I'm wondering if we're at a point where we're going to see the Leafs load manage him like the Raptors did with Kawhi Leonard, which I would be totally okay with because I would consider that a curse buster. Raptors won a championship.
That's a good one. I'm into that thinking.
So I'd be okay with that. But honestly, he looked okay tonight. I mean, he didn't look himself. That's expected for all the time he's missed. But listen, the fucking beautiful thing about this team is that there's so many weapons now, and there's so many guys that can put the puck in the back of the net. And Austin Matthews doesn't have to fucking drive the bus.
No.
You know? I mean, it's great if he does. But he doesn't have to.
Jake McCabe scored tonight.
Yeah.
Who the fuck thought that would happen?
Jake McCabe is a 40-point consistent guy at this point. Yeah, you're right. The scoring just comes from everywhere from this Maple Leafs team. My opinion on the Austin Matthews situation is there's something that he's injured. And him coming back is, in my opinion, to appease the fan base, to appease the media storm. Yeah. And he said himself that he doesn't really want to do one-on, one-off. He's not that interested in it. Yeah. But, it ultimately doesn't entirely come down to his decision. It comes down to the decision of the organization. Yeah. I think he's hurt. I think there's something wrong with his back. What we will see in the future, I don't know. But I did think he looked better today. And do I have an answer as to why? Absolutely not. Not even a little bit. It still confounds me, the Austin Matthews situation overall.
Despite his injury, he was playing extremely physical today, which is always something that I've wanted more out of Austin Matthews.
Hit on Marchand was beautiful.
Dude, his hit on Marchand in the first period was something of beauty. Beauty. He's heading into the boards, no thoughts in the world, playing hard, playing strong. Guy got 2 assists tonight, the empty netter to seal the game. Yeah. Guys, it's Austin Matthews at the end of the day. You can never really be worried about him. He's injured, and that's apparent. But if he's playing like this injured, what the fuck is he going to be healthy? Yeah. It's insane. Yeah,
right.
Yeah. I
feel great right now. I feel great about this Leafs team.
I do too, man.
This is a team that has had a lot of injuries this year, and they've also had a lot of lackluster performances. There's a lot of nights this year where we're same old Leafs. And despite all that, here they are now. I don't know what happened with the rest of the games tonight, but sitting first in their division, by a slim margin, but nonetheless they're there. And, it warms my heart.
I would just like to say he spoke these exact same words on Sportsnet 590 The Fan earlier this morning.
I'm using the same talk track. Yeah, that's
the exact same words.
But he got called out so fucking hard.
Word for word. I'm not a fucking. I'm only human. I'm only human.
I'm only human after all. I'm only human after all. Don't put the blame on me. I was trying to come up with a song for Matthew Knies earlier tonight. I was struggling.
I have a nickname for him. MK Ultra.
I like MK Ultra. I'm into that. The best I could come up with.
MK Ultra is. Look into it.
Yeah, it's a very nice thing. You can find it on OCS.ca if you need to. Yeah, so the best I could sort of come up with is ole 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 Matthew Knies. Matthew Knies. Matthew Knies. That's kind of the best I could get, but it didn't really happen for me today. There's one last person that I don't think we've actually talked about yet on any of these mini pods this year, Myers. And Myers is literally playing with Morgan Riley. He has come into this team and made a role his own that even Chris Tanev has not taken on, which Chris Tanev has been great on that second pair with Kaber, fair enough, but we haven't given this guy any credit. Did you know anything about this guy coming into the team, and what do you think of him since he's been here?
I mean, I like that you can't really notice him when he's out there, right? He's very quiet. He's stable and reliable enough. Yeah. And, he's not overly physical for someone his size, but he's physical enough. And he's a great depth piece at a perfect value. I don't know if he's in the lineup for game 1 of the playoffs. I guess that would depend on what they do at the deadline and depending on what some other things. But But I certainly like him over someone like Timmins.
I agree with that.
And some nights even Benoit too.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, that's why he's up on that top line.
That's why he's up on that top line. So it's a great depth piece. I love it.
Yeah. What about you?
I mean, it's evident he's kind of just filling in for Yanni Hakanpää until he's able to.
I don't think Hakanpää. That's what I mean. I don't think Hakanpää's coming back.
As long as he keeps clicking, I'm a big fan of no news is good news. So if he's staying quiet, but he's doing his job and he's not allowing goals, keep him. Keep him on the squad.
Yeah.
We signed him for 2 years.
Yeah,
We
agreed.
signed him for 2 years.
Okay, and I have one last thing before we just wrap. This one's an easy one. Yes or no question. John Tavares, Toronto. No. We're gonna try that again.
Try it again.
Jonathan Taves, Toronto Maple Leaf.
You know, it wouldn't be the first time we put shovels in the ground to build a retirement home here in Toronto.
It would not be.
I don't know. I mean, like, Taves hasn't played hockey in almost 2 years, and I think that he could still be really valuable, but not as a mid-season ad. I think as a summer ad, get a training camp in, gel with the team. There's just too much of an unknown with him. Obviously, what he brings from the leadership standpoint is like second to none.
Yeah.
World-class leader in the room, and that's very attractive. But like, I just don't know. I don't know if that's your best option as a fourth-line center. If he takes a league min, which he would. I mean, it's worth a dice roll, I suppose. But I don't know if he'd like be. It'd be tough. Maybe tough for him to fucking crack that. I do like how he went to India and did ayahuasca and all these other plant medicines. I'm a big proponent of that. So
We've reincarnated 2 players this year in John Tavares and Max Pacioretty. A third wouldn't hurt. Bring Johnny T as the 3C. I need that 3C. John Tavares, as a Stanley Cup guy in that locker room, would do wonders.
He did exactly the same thing I did. You meant Jonathan Taves, but you said John Tavares.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
JT, double JTs, that's what it is.
we'll take it.
Jonathan Taves, as a Stanley Cup winning man in that locker room,
It'd be nice.
would be amazing.
On that note, Ryan May, Nicko Davies-Hall, Frankie Crupi, Hockey Illuminati. Make sure you guys are following along. Fan First Network, Fan First Leafs. 2025 is going to be a hell of a motherfucking year. It is going to be the year that we parade down Bremner Boulevard.
Yes.
If you didn't believe it now, believe it. Because the Toronto Maple Leafs are here, and this is the best version we've ever fucking seen.
One last thing to say to the Boston fans out there. Na 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 na. Hey,
Goodbye. Let's go, baby. Raps.
This is Fan First Network.